ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਗੈਸਟ ਅੱਜ ਆਇਆ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ Calgary Stampeder President Jay McNeil. Jay McNeil, welcome to Sursangam today.
Wow, thank you very much for having me. This is fantastic.
Thank you. So from the last time we met, we were doing a Close for Heritage. This year, 2026, we're doing another one with you and I. Just wanted to ask you from last year's experience, what were your thoughts how the Stamps played?
Oh, yeah. You know, I was actually I'm very proud of the steps we took forward in 2025. You know, when we finished the season in 2024, we were 5 wins, 12 losses, and 1 tie. And last year we finished with the second best record in the league, with 11 wins and 7 losses. You know, unfortunately we came up short of our goal of winning the Grey Cup, but I'm incredibly proud of our players and our coaches because they had a great year, and they should be very proud of what they accomplished.
That's good. I noticed that one of the things that scares me about the Stamps is when Vernon Adams runs.
Yes. Yeah. He is. You know, he. That's what makes him such a great player. His legs, and he can get himself out of trouble. He can create plays, and he does a great job. But I always get a little bit nervous when he's running because I don't want him to get hurt too.
Yes. Now it's 2026.
Yep.
What do the Stamps have planned for this year?
Yeah, it's a big year for us.
Yes.
You know, as I mentioned, on the field, you know, we came up short of our goal of winning a Grey Cup.
Yes.
Well, this year we happen to be hosting the Grey Cup.
Nice, congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. That's an exciting and a huge opportunity for our organization. You know, for our players and for our coaches, you know, there's nothing better than winning a Grey Cup at home. So that's what we're focused on, and we're just going through free agency right now, and hopefully we're going to sign with a few players, and then we'll go into the draft and then get ready for the season. And then as an organization, from a business standpoint, we are fully into planning the 2026 Grey Cup. And that is Canada's largest single-day sporting event. And so we welcome people from across the country, and we're excited to make this one of the most inclusive Grey Cups in history.
I appreciate that, especially with the South Asian community. We want to see how we could participate with the Grey Cup and give it more of that extra special kick. Not just the South Asians, with all the communities this year.
You're right. You know, as we see Calgary's demographics changing, and some people may not have been exposed to football, the CFL, the Calgary Stampeders, and this is an incredible opportunity to do that. And so we are going to look to engage all the different communities throughout Calgary as we get closer and closer to November. So it's going to be an exciting year.
Awesome. Is there any events that are happening before your guys' season start? Let's say, for example, the preseason training that's happening, that the community could have an opportunity to be part of?
Yeah, so our training camp, which starts in May, you know, fans are always welcome to come and watch practice and be a part of it from that perspective. You know, we haven't landed on dates where we would usually have a practice game, or we call it a mock game, and where fans can actually come in, and we have referees, and our team plays each other, getting ready for the preseason. So once we have that date nailed down, then we will share that with the public, and we will make invitations. And the other thing that we do prior to the season is Fan Fest, and that is where fans from all over the city, it's a free event, to get invited to McMahon Stadium, and we have lots of different activities for children to adults, and then an opportunity to interact with our players and coaches, and it's a pretty cool experience to get exposed to the Calgary Stampeders.
We've had quite the experience to be on the field with you guys. We want to say thank you for the years. We also want to be on the field with you guys for FanFest this year too, and bring a different crowd and be able to show the community in the Calgary area and the surrounding areas that Calgary Stampeders is our team, and we got to support them 100% any which way we can. So this is our first session that we're doing together. We're going to be doing many other sessions with the Stamps, with the players, bringing them out here, and also we'll be bringing the operations president, the operations manager to the studio too, and talk to him more about how can we get more engaged.
Sure.
Because the most important thing is we got to realize is that Stampeders is the lifeline of Calgary football. And this year especially, it's ours. We're all hosting the Grey Cup this year.
Exactly, yes.
We want to have more of a family environment moving forward, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I think you hit the nail on the head, right? It's an opportunity for the Calgary Stampeders, there's no doubt. But it's so much bigger than the Stampeders. It's the CFL, our entire city coming together to welcome people from across Canada and celebrate this great game.
Yes.
And so we want to make sure that all Calgarians, have an opportunity to be a part of it. Yeah. So we're working on strategies on how we can, have engagement, throughout this, throughout the year, so that it's not sort of a one-time stop at November as we're building up to it as we get to so that's exciting.
As we were talking about building up, do you remember 3 years ago when I approached you about Heritage Night?
I do.
What are your thoughts of that from the first time we did it? This will be our third year doing it.
Yep.
What's your vision on that?
Yeah. First off, it's been what a great partnership it has been. We think about from our first Heritage Night market we did. And that was a really special night for our organization. And then, as we broadcast in Punjabi. And so really excited about that. And it's really broadened our perspective as an organization as to how we can engage, non-traditional fans, and introduce this game. And you and I have talked about the game of football and how much it means to me, but how much, I love about what it teaches athletes about life, hard work, perseverance, teamwork, leadership, passion. And the more we can share this great game with, all of Calgary, I think that is better for the whole community.
One of the things I want to say is that I'm very proud of what you guys are doing. Is you guys are doing a lot of community work.
Yes.
And the hours you're putting in and the players that are getting involved with it. What's your thoughts about that?
Yeah. Well, you think about all of the things that, I'm proud about our organization for, whether it's winning a Grey Cup, whether it's having an impact in the community, all these sorts of things. And community is the thing I'm most proud of for our organization. So 2026 will be our 81st year as an organization, which is pretty powerful in itself. So for over 8 decades, we've been bringing Calgarians together in community. And community really is at the heart of the Calgary Stampeders organization, and it starts with our players. And last year, our players participated in 344 player appearances in the community. They had 710 hours of community hours. We worked with 60 charities, 55 amateur football programs, and we visited 65 schools. So our players are in the community every single day, having an impact in our community, and I'm so proud of them for all that they do.
I feel like me being a community guy, like I've been doing for so long, it has a huge impact. Now it's just they don't see the players on the field. The players are actually going to the schools, are going to the businesses. So it's very uplifting for the players and the people that are engaging.
Yeah, you're right. Like our players are what make our league so special. And you talk about demographics from around the world and different stories growing up, and they're all very special and have big personalities. And we love to share them, with the community because it's important for the community to get to know our players. But it's also important for them as well. And you can see, you're right, it does uplift them being a part of the community, getting to see what Calgary's all about and all the different communities that are now make up our city. It's incredibly important, and it's as impactful on us as it is on the community.
It works vice versa, and the most important is we're growing together as a community. Now, so the audience understands, when does the season start? When your home game is, and when does the season end? So this way we could kind of share a timeline. And also when the Grey Cup is going to be happening too.
Sure. Yeah, you bet. So we play 18 games, 18 regular season games. We have a couple preseason games. Our first regular season home game is Friday, June 5th. And then we will play our 18th game in the last week of October. And then the playoffs will start. There'll be 3 weeks of playoffs. And then the Grey Cup game is played on Sunday, November 15th. And so the Grey Cup Festival, so we have the game, which is played on the Sunday, but we have the festival that leads up to it. And so that it starts on Sunday the 8th with the arrival of the Grey Cup to Calgary. And then every day we start doing more and more events to celebrate the Grey Cup.
Could you share a little bit more? The Grey Cup is on the 15th.
Yep.
Can you share up to the Grey Cup of how the other teams will be coming, and then how communities could get involved with that a little bit?
Yep. So we, like, as I mentioned, we have the Grey Cup game played at McMahon Stadium on the Sunday, but the rest of the week, starting on the 8th, we will be starting the Grey Cup Festival, and that's all going to be held down at the BMO Convention Center on Stampede Park. Okay. And so we will have, so I guess the Grey Cup will arrive on Sunday. The teams will arrive on Monday or Tuesday. We're still working that out with the league. And then there will be some media events for players to do interviews, coaches, and those sorts of things. But really the festival and the community gets kicked off on Wednesday night when we're going to have our kickoff party. And that's going to be open for families. And we're going to have an outdoor tailgate down at the BMO Center. We're going to have an indoor family zone. And we're going to be hosting outdoor music stage. We're going to have lots of different activities for children and adults of all ages to come and experience the Canadian Football League. We're going to have concerts Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, and it's going to run all day, and then until about 1 o'clock in the morning. There will be lots of things to do. So it's going to be a pretty exciting and action-packed week. We've got events like we've got a cheer extravaganza on Saturday morning, and with that cheer extravaganza, we're going to celebrate girls in sport and really showcase the female side of sports, including football. And so there's going to be lots of different ways to engage with different audiences, different demographics, different genders. So it's going to be a pretty cool experience.
That's awesome. I know during Stampede, you guys introduced a game.
Yes.
Is that happening this year again?
It is. The Stampede Bowl. So last year was our first Stampede Bowl. The first time we played a game during the Stampede, over the Stampede time. We usually go on the road or have a bye week so that we wouldn't interfere with Stampede. And we wanted to try something different in 2025. Right? We wanted our two words we were using were bigger and bolder. And so that was an opportunity to do that. We partnered with the Stampede so we wouldn't cross over on anything. And they were great partners with us. And then so we hosted that game where we hosted Winnipeg, and then we had the rock legend Brett Michaels playing at halftime, and we had a lot of Stampede theme activations throughout the stadium, and we're going to do that again this year. So it's going to be on Thursday, July 2nd.
What team?
Toronto.
So you guys will be playing Toronto?
Yeah, so the Toronto will be coming, we don't know who our halftime show is. We're working on that right now, but we're excited. We're excited about what we're going to do this year and how we're going to make it special.
Well, even last year when you had Brent Michaels, that was quite a big of a highlight during Stampede grounds. So this year you guys will have something even bigger and better.
Yeah, we've got to top that. So
nice.
Yeah, he did a great job. He was so fan friendly, taking pictures, signing autographs, and he did a great job. We did play a little bit longer than we were supposed to. The game was waiting for him to start the second half, but that was fantastic.
Nice. Another question I have for you is if there's businesses and organizations that want to sponsor, give money, are they able to? And if they are, how can we put that out? I know it's a little bit earlier, but we want to put that out there to the audience. If there are any people in the South Asian community, they could just connect with me, and then basically we'll channel them through you guys.
That would be amazing.
The most important thing is, why is sponsorship so important for the team?
Yeah. So to answer your question is absolutely. And there's two avenues in which to go. One is to sponsor the Stampeders regular season. The regular season, and then Grey Cup, which is a different piece. We're out actively selling that right now. Both. Okay. Yeah, and so we're talking with some partners who want only the Grey Cup, some who want only the regular season, and some who want to do both. But it is it's important to us. Number one, it's we look at this as truly as a partnership.
Yes.
And so how do we build that partnership together to help businesses achieve their goals? And so, when we first start talking about things, as much as we want to share what we've got to offer, but we also want to understand their business and what are their goals, and how can the Stampeders help you achieve where you want to go as a business.
Yes.
And so to make sure that there's a good fit. So at the end of it, we want this to be a long-term relationship and not a short-term. And so we can say both, hey, at the end of it, this was great for both sides, and how do we grow that in the future? And so, it starts with a conversation, building relationships, and then we can see how we can fit it together.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
I just want to switch the tone a little bit.
Yeah.
I just want to the audience, why am I wearing a Seahawks jersey? Today is a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right? Which team are you going for?
Well, so first off, maybe I'll just say that I'm a football fan. So it doesn't matter if it's CFL, NFL, college football.
Yes.
I love watching the game.
Yes.
Amateur football as well. As far as NFL goes, I'm a Seahawks fan with you. And so I'm cheering for the Hawks all the way.
So do you remember what happened in 2015?
I do.
When the same teams played?
Yes. I was at that game.
When you're at that game, do you think the call was right?
Well, it's hard to argue with somebody like Pete Carroll and the decision you made. If it had been me, I would not have made that same decision. I probably had one of the best running backs in the league. I probably would have handed the ball off to him at least once.
Especially when they're in their the red zone there too. Something
yes.
like that. Yes.
Yeah, down on, I think they were on the 4-yard line.
Yes.
I agree.
If you look at it now, with the background stuff they got, the quarterback Sam, he has an on and off year, but he's been doing really good this year. So the biggest thing is you also look at their defense.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looked to be picked to be favorites this year. So it'll be a very interesting game to watch.
Yes, I agree. Both teams are well coached, and they play very disciplined football.
Yes.
And you're right. Seattle's defense they're the best, if not the best, or one of the best in the leagues. And you look back to when they won, and I think it was in 13 or maybe it was 12 or 13. They had an incredible defense with the Legion of Boom and and all, and Bobby Wagner at linebacker, and they were really good defensively. So it's a very similar type team.
Yes.
But they've been, Sam Darnold's had a great year. Their offense has played well. They've really put things together. So I'm excited about it. But you can't count out the Patriots. They have been this way from start to finish throughout the season.
They do have a young quarterback.
Yes.
But you got to also look at it. It's kind of different to watch when Brady's not leading them.
I know. It is.
For how many years?
Yeah. Without Brady and Belichick, right? It's a very different team. So it's
so it'll be very interesting to see what's going to happen today. So the reason why I'm wearing the Seahawks is I've been a fan of the Seahawks for a super long time, like Jay. The most important thing is Super Bowl is very big. So we want to look at how the Super Bowl compared to the Grey Cup is. We're Canadian, so our biggest game for Canada is the Grey Cup. So we're trying to encourage everyone, every culture here, to learn more about the Grey Cup and also become more active to come out to watch the games, because there's many things that we are working with the Stampeders this year is how can we do more community engagement. FanFest is one. Then we're also going to be bringing players this year, and they'll be talking about their background, stuff like that. It's more to get to know the players that are actually going to be playing on the field, so they can come and talk to the audience and let them know why do they play the game, right? As we're talking, Jay, what is one of your messages that you want to deliver to the audience today?
Yeah, I think it's really just exactly what you were saying is about talking about the Grey Cup. We talked about it being Canada's largest single-day sporting event. This year will be the 113th Grey Cup. So for 113 years, we've been playing this championship game. So, longer than the Stanley Cup, longer than the Super Bowl. Like a championship game like this, it's one of the longest, going in the world. And when you think about from a broadcast perspective, last year we had a total of 10 million viewers tune into the Grey Cup. So almost a third of Canada is watching at some point during the broadcast. So it really is a celebration of Canada. And so, as we think about, newcomers coming to Calgary, coming to Canada and understanding, it's part of the history of our country. This is a big piece, and we want everybody to feel part of this and to come together and enjoy it.
From Sursangam, we want to say thank you for being on the show. Now, on November 15 ite honi hai Grey Cup honi hai, Calgary Stampeders host karni hai. Hona si कोशिश करनी है सारे लोगों को participate करनो, maybe from fans perspective or business perspective le, sponsorship le, appa naad mil ke, appa Stampeder no family most important sadi topic hai. Right, sports athletes, not apni community, but Stampeders apni team, Calgary's the Stampeders. But the honapa this 2026 no, apa jarur festively, but apa involve kariye. The fan fest, for next hagi Grey Cup, right? So thank you very much from Sursangam.